How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do...
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes, how's the situation out there?
The water has changed. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... well...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into...
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to...
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for...
That's a bad sign. Want some tea?
Not particularly.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually...
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about... The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am...
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. Yeah. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Ch... The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going... No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were—
That's right. I tried my best to swim back.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've—
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest.
a guest. Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with—
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you—
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The trap—
Thank you.
Excuse me!
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course! I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewin?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande.
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not— where should I begin? How about you start by—
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave.
You managed to monitor—
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what— Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really— Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well—
So you were hoping Lenny's group—
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, the Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him.
Are the rumors true? That you're—
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress—
Oh, right! Paimon—
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some As a champion duelist, Miss Clarande could be considered to be an independent party.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit— That's not something you should be asking after. Nevertheless, all I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch—
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the—
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know!
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the... Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally... Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well,
Well, I'd advise...
So there's a switch on the...
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept up. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of them. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordials. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can...
The concentration of... primordials...
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the... Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us! Not even Novelette knows where the prime... Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and the indicators are now red. Although the gates... If this continues... Soon it will no longer... Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just... too weird! Why would the fortress...
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, it's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals received no sympathy. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon... And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, the Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of... After many, now and again, Researchers managed to break one law or another.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecies. To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere else. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone! Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any-
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
He's the one who blew the whole institute's...
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters.
You want to blow up the fortress of
What a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical...
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace,
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form. He called his nation Lemuria, and
There's a ship in this story too?
where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw.
it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, while I was sedated, I could still barely...
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female's.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the...
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial...
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Linny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, as long as the fortress doesn't do anything, if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
You're super...
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now... that can't be the full extent of what... I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me...
I can't...
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to... If you remember, I want...
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand the 2 of you have already aided. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sense...
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all.
Aw, the sound of that makes... Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys in...
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coop.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin? Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the... Huh. You're right. What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem. So delicious. Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we feeling full yet? How's the delicious? I'm so glad to... Sijwin, do you do this to help... A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take... You're really good at taking care... Really? You're reminded of an older... Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to... Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop... Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we could... You were all super It's just what we do down here at the fortress. Oh... I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often, too. Get a good night's rest, you two. You both... Oh, so much has happened. Paimon just feels absolute... Paimon's super sleepy. Delicious. Paimon...
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
What happened? Why is everyone running?
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey! What's wrong with these people? They won't even...
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my...
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible. Upward...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where you go?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the Cosmos Lair, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the...
They're here.
Just like I said.
We have it!
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the... Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do. You have my
Look! There are a ton of Fatilian Palais Mermonia people over there! The nave... Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course! How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of...
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had... See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked... certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child, against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. Coming from you, that's...
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since
well, in any case, there's no need to worry.
Oh, and just how do you...
Because we found evidence that
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely? Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunate, do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, you...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are...
Hold on. The water in the tea...
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
I don't quite understand.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?